The Odyssey by Homer, Book 16, Father and Son. But there were two men in the mountain hut, Odysseus and the swineherd. At first light, blowing their fire up, they cooked their breakfasts and sent their lads out, driving herds to root in the tall timber. When Telemachus came, the wolvish troop of watch-dogs only fawned on him as he advanced. Odysseus heard them go, and heard the light crunch of a man's footfall, at which he turned quickly to say, "Eumaeus, here is one of your crew come back, or maybe another friend. The dogs are out there snuffling belly down. Not one has even growled. I can hear footsteps." Before he finished, his tall son stood at the door. The swineherd rose in surprise, letting a bowl and jug tumble from his fingers. Going forward, he kissed the young man's head, his shining eyes in both hands, while his own tears brimmed and fell. Think of a man whose dear and only son, born to him in exile, reared with labor, has lived 10 years abroad and now returns. How would that man embrace his son? Just so the herdsman clapped his arms around Telemachus and covered him with kisses, for he knew the lad had got away from death. He said, "Light of my days, Telemachus, you made it back. When you took ship for Pylos, I never thought to see you here again. Come in, dear child, and let me feast my eyes. Here you are, home from the distant places. How rarely anyway you visit us, your own men, in your own woods and pastures. Always in the town, a man would think you loved the suitors' company, those dogs." Telemachus, with his clear candor, said, "I am with you, uncle. See now, I have come because I wanted to see you first, to hear from you if mother stayed at home, or is she married off to someone, and Odysseus's bed left empty for some gloomy spider's weaving." Gently the forester replied to this, "At home indeed your mother is, poor lady, still in the women's hall. Her nights and days are wearied out with grieving." Stepping back, he took the bronze-shod lance, and the young prince entered the cabin over the worn door-stone. Odysseus moved aside, yielding his couch, but from across the room Telemachus checked him. "Friend, sit down. We'll find another chair in our own hut. Here is the man to make one." The swineherd, when the quiet man sank down, built a new pile of evergreens and fleeces, a couch for the dear son of great Odysseus, then gave them trenchers of good meat, left over from the roast pork of yesterday, and heaped up willow baskets full of bread, and mixed an ivy bowl of honey-hearted wine. Then he in turn sat down, facing Odysseus. Their hands went out upon the meat and drink as they fell to, ridding themselves of hunger, until Telemachus paused and said, "O uncle, what's your friend's home port? How did he come? Who were the sailors brought him here to Ithaca? I doubt if he came walking on the sea." And you replied, "Eumaeus, O my swineherd, son, the truth about him is soon told. His homeland, and a broad land too, is Crete. But he has knocked about the world, he says, for years, as the powers wove his life. Just now he broke away from a shipload of Thesprotians to reach my hut. I place him in your hands. Act as you will. He wishes your protection." The young man said, Eumaeus, my protection, the notion cuts me to the heart. How can I receive your friend at home? I am not old enough or trained in arms. Could I defend myself if someone picked a fight with me? Besides, mother is in a quandary, whether to stay with me as mistress of our household, honoring her lord's bed, an opinion in the town, or take the best Achaean who comes her way, the one who offers most. I'll undertake at all events to clothe your friend for winter, now he is with you. Tunic and cloak of wool, a good broadsword and sandals, these are his. I can arrange to send him where he likes, or you may keep him in your cabin here. I shall have bread and wine sent up. You need not feel any pinch on his behalf. Impossible to let him stay in hall among the suitors. They are drunk on impudence. They might injure my guest, and how could I bear that? How could a single man take on those odds? Not even a hero could. The suitors are too strong.